Good afternoon, my dear students. Welcome back to your online class. Okay, so let's start today's topic, chapter number 10, that is motion and measurement of distance. And in previous class, I have already discussed about the distance, motion and measurement along with their standard and non-standard measures. And there I have already told you how to measure length in a correct way, and today I will be discussing from subtopic 10.6 from your NCERT book Science, page number 101. Okay. Now here, measuring the length of a curved line. How should you measure? Actually, we cannot measure the length of a curved line by using a meter scale. So how we have to measure? We have to measure it by with the help of a thread. Okay, we must use in that case we must use a thread. So this is the simple answer. I hope most of you have idea about motion and rest. Motion and rest, you know what is motion. Motion is a state of an object in which they are moving or they are just moving from one place to another place, and rest is just opposite of motion, and rest is all the stationary objects that is not in motion, that is called rest. So motion and rest, these are opposite of each other. Understood everyone? And there are particularly 4 types of motion that is in your book. Okay, motion types. Particularly I will describe each motion types, and also I will tell you the example of each motion. First type of motion, that is called rectilinear motion. Rectilinear motion. Second one is circular motion. Okay, circular motion. Then rotational motion. And another one is your periodic motion. Okay, periodic motion. Now I will describe each types of motion that is in your book. Okay, can you hear me properly, students? Okay, just follow me. First comes to rectilinear motion. Okay, means the rectilinear motion is that type of motion when an object change their position with time along with a straight line. Okay, along with a straight line. There are so many examples that is already in your book. You can see rectilinear motion, that is, first is some vehicles on a straight road, then march past of soldiers in a parade, or felling of a stone. So these are all example of rectilinear motion. So you must have to write one thing and you have to note it down, that in this type of motion objects move along with a straight line, okay, with changing time. So this type of motion is known as rectilinear motion. So you have to keep in mind that the motion that takes place in a straight line. Okay, straight line. And I have already told the examples also. Okay, any problem up to this portion? Any problem you can ask me. Who have not understood rectilinear motion, you can ask me. No problem? Okay. Let's go to the next type of motion, that is called circular motion. The term itself saying that motion in a pathway that is circular, and rectilinear that is in straight line. So the motion of a point marked on the blade of an electric fan, this is an example, and hands of a clock are example of circular motion. So what should we say in case of circular motion? When a body moves in a circular path. So it moves in a circular path. Okay, That is why the motion is called circular motion. Understood? So here this is called circular motion as the objects moves in a circular path, and there are so many examples of it. You can say that the fan blade, the blade of fan, of an electric fan, and also the hands of a clock. Okay, so these are example of circular motion. I hope you understood. But one thing you have to remember, that objects in circular motion, they remain at the same position. Okay, so they remain at the fixed point, no change in the distance. They come to that point again, as it is circular motion. Understood everyone? Now comes to third type of motion, that is called rotational motion. Have you ever heard of spinning top? Spinning top, lattu? Have you ever heard about this spinning top? Yes, you know. And also you can take example of our earth. Earth rotates about its axis, you know, and such spinning top also, it moves about its own axis. So such type of motion is known as rotational motion. Okay, so rotation at its own axis. Okay, example I have already told you. Okay, spinning top and also earth. So we have to say in this case, what is rotational motion? Rotational motion is such type of motion in which the body moves about its own axis. Okay, I hope you understood this. Now comes to fourth number of motion, that is in your book, that is called periodic motion. The term itself saying what is periodic motion, means the motion that occurs in a time interval, time to time. Okay, an object repeats its motion after some time, means the repeating motion is actually takes place in this type of motion. Such examples are there. Have you seen pendulum or old clock? No? The oscillation of pendulum, that is if something that is hanging from this portion, that will go this side and this side, this side and this side. This is called oscillation of pendulum. Okay, so periodic motion, that is occurring periodically. Okay, I hope you understood, and such examples are there in periodic motion, such as the oscillation of pendulum, also the string, here strings of guitar, also the motion of child on a swing, and sewing machine, the position of needle in sewing machine, you know. These all are the examples of such periodic motion. I hope you understood. Any problem up to this portion, students? You can ask me if you have any problem. No problem? All of you have understood all the types of motion? Okay, very good. And do you know what is the syllabus of your PT2 exam? Everyone known? Syllabus of PT2 exam, that is chapter 6 and chapter 7, changes around us and getting to know plants. These two chapters will come in PT2 exam. So try to just read the chapters from your book and also follow my offline or online videos that is uploaded in your e-portal or YouTube channel. Okay, students? And if you have any problem about these chapters or the chapter that I have already told today, you can ask me. Okay, students?